Hold on a second. Um, get this tea going. Nah, it's green tea with a hint of mango. So just gotta I get it right. All right, well that's loading. Go ahead and open it up. Um, I know we going it's going to be questions coming from two sides of the game of week 12. So I'll start with the good and we'll get to the bad. Bittersweet victory, great victory, best performance of the season by far. You know, we haven't had much in terms of consistency as far as just being on the field. Like being on the field has been hard. Like I haven't played. I can't tell you last time I played two games back to back. Like it's always like it's a fourth swing here, it's a game here. So going into it, I'm looking at it like, all right, I know I got the toughest opponent, and let me just say it's a fun ass game, man. That's a fun ass game. I can't wait to do it again in 2 weeks. But today, we just going in looking to we knew exactly what to avoid. We knew it was going to be a tremendous challenge, and it was. And it could have really gone left for us from the start, but it's what these guys been waiting for. We knew it was gut check time. We knew if you ran down our ledger, it wasn't really many like world beaters that were on our schedule that we had defeated. So this is like our first true opportunity to really make a statement, and beyond the team, me personally, to make a statement to show why I'm still among the best players in this league. And you can talk about whatever in the past, it don't matter. We in Seattle now, and that game was a showcase game for us. But ultimately there were consequences, things I take full accountability for. And I know y'all got the questions, so I won't go into it yet because I'm sure I will momentarily anyway. So ask away, ask away. Um, no, I'm not. No, I'm not worried about necessarily. Let me say it like this. When I say I'm not worried about the suspension, I'm not worried about it from the standpoint of we're going to respond. I'm not worried about it from the standpoint of I'll hold myself accountable, and that's something I gotta hone in on. I be straight up with you. I wasn't looking at. I'm not thinking about these when I'm playing the game. I'm looking strictly at personnel, my opponent, and his tendencies. And I knew coming in there's a lot of things, a lot of window dressing that we were going to be ready for. And the chess match started for me back in like week 10, week 9. You know, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of Samuel, Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey. Like, what are we going to do? We're equipped. We're equipped. But what are we going to do to counteract what the opponent, in this case, San Francisco, wanted to do? And credit to our opponent. It's a hell of a player over there. And we're going to see him again. And, we're going to repeat this performance, albeit without two of our best guys. But that's on me because for all I'm thinking about, I've been wanting to showcase the versatility with guys as far as Woolen, him specifically in this game. Like I ain't never had no no guy in a secondary with disability ever. You could look like I had Dante Jackson in Carolina, but a guy that's 6'4", 210 pounds, world class speed. I'm looking at it like I can put him on any one of these players and just create a longer thought process for my opponent. And Dave is obviously a tremendous mind. I see what he does. I see what he did in weeks prior, like really putting the safety in compromising positions. So the onus was on me in response, I thought, to counteract that by having Woolen positions from the inside to the outside at corner to over the top at safety. But ultimately, I made an infraction and I got to take responsibility for it. And I do. Absolutely not. Anybody that tells you that this game was won because of that is a foolish man. Go back and look. Go back and look at that game. Really look back and understand that game. Right now, understand this. I come out first possession of the game, and this I got to be better than this too. Like first call of the game, I'm putting myself behind the eight ball. I shouldn't even ran the first play of the game, and then that kind of snowballs a little bit with the interception on the third play. And yes, like a glorified punt, but he took it back for a nice amount of yardage to really give himself some good field position. Luckily for us, we respond 4th and 2. We create a turnover on downs. Again, Jamal being back before a moment, impact is already felt, right? And then we go down, get the 3. He responds nicely, touchdown. But at that point, we're waking up, we're in gear. And the main thing for me was just to just play a patient game. Play a patient game. Don't get distracted from the end goal, because the end goal, like I'm looking, I'm seeing like the different on either side of the ball. I'm seeing, the guys moving around. I don't get too caught up in that. I get caught up in what's your assignment to each individual on that defense. What's your assignment? Okay, we need to change it. Cool, we're going to change it. But I was like this step for step, every part of the way. And he got some plays. He's a good player, but it's ones like the one to Debo on that when he came back on the. I can't control that. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? But I just think we had to play our game, and simple and plain, that's what it was. Even on defense, like I'm looking at his movements throughout, and I know my spot still. So that's all that was. But I don't think anybody can really say that Tariq being deployed in different ways was the reason why we won. No, we won because we were sound on the ground. We were magnificent through the air after that first interception. Max played exceptionally. And for anybody who thought that, you saw in the Cleveland game that the deep shot he took, we're allowing him those opportunities to take those deep shots. And if you thought the first one was a fluke, go look at the last 2 that he did. Look at that. And tell me what's inaccurate about it. Tell me what's off base about it. We pick our spots, we hit our target, we get the points, we move on. Man, I'm a chess player. I don't know how to play chess. I don't know how to play chess in real life, but football's as close as I would ever get to probably being a good chess player. And again, like that's the only objective. I knew the guys to look out for. I wasn't worried about Gray necessarily. Debo had his moments, but even him, I knew it was Ayuk, Kittle, and of course McCaffrey. So that's all I was really focused on. I'm thinking about nothing but in between the lines versus my opponent in that moment. That's how these infractions are coming about, because I'm just deploying the guys that I have, and we got a lot of guys. And now you're going to see these guys that we have. Like you haven't seen much of Kobe this year, but look at him. Look at his involvement. He played a lot of snaps tonight. Jordan Brooks, who played tremendously over these last couple of weeks, he didn't play as much because it's personnel. I'm matching it up. I'm thinking, and I gotta stay a step ahead. And I was probably a little too far ahead in that regard as far as Tariq, but hey, I'm just out there playing football at the end of the day. I'm not thinking about, oh, this is legal, that's not legal. Because I don't know, like the rules don't never really come to mind to me because historically I've not broken rather, not been suspended for much. This is the most I've been suspended ever. Like, and it's just weeks apart, which is crazy. But let whoever say whatever, don't really matter. End of the day, we 9-2 and we still got work to do. So we did a little work today. We laid a brick, and it was a hell of a brick, but we go forward. And yeah, we got our work cut out for us now because that was a difficult game. So imagine how it's going to be when two of our top guys ain't out there. But we built for it. I'm built for it. Um, nah, man. I think just I can't say enough about Max's progression. Um, Tough defense. I see all those guys out there, and it's credit to the guys up front too. 'Cause I think they kept them pretty clean the entire game. I don't think Bosa or any of those guys really like got off like that, and that's a credit to them. Bosa did make a great play on the one run. I think it was like our might be like one of our first plays of the game, like 6 yard loss. We can't have that. But even Kenneth, look how he responded. And we're deploying him in ways too. You can see kind of what we're doing out there. And I'm just I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Now granted, there's gray areas that we gotta avoid from now on. I can't there's gotta be the last time I incur any suspensions. It's got to be a last transgression on my part. We're getting too close to the postseason, and I'm gonna need my guys. But the way Max played, commanded the offense, was really sharp, really, really sound. Shout out to DK as well because there was a play where Max did get hit, threw it kind of right at the point of, got hit right at the point of release, and DK battled back and got that ball. And that could have been a turnover. That could have changed the game. But shout out to these guys, man. They fought hard. It's Thanksgiving night. It's our showcase game of the year. I missed the previous Monday night game we had, and that would have been another win. But this was our showcase game. This was all eyes on us. Thanksgiving night, you at home, defend it, and we did. So that's what it has to be. That's what it's going to be. That's why we're pushing to get this number one seed. And we're still going to push. 27-33 years, it's going to be absences, but we got guys that are ready. We got guys that are ready. I showed you the week before when Maul got suspended the first time. We adjusted. I'm gonna show you this next week when Maul and War are suspended. In the next few weeks, keep thinking I'm gonna adjust. Keep thinking I can't play this game. Keep thinking that you know make your own conclusions. I'm gonna make mine, and I'm gonna do it on the field. And those are going to last a lot longer than whatever's said in the media and beyond. No, it's a great win, and this is not going to take away from this great win because at the end of the day, we still played phenomenal football. Like there were things that the opposition wanted to do that we did, dare I say, a little bit better this time. But again, complete effort, special teams, defense, offense. You know, we didn't have the greatest of weeks last time out against the Commanders. Only offense only scoring one time, defense only scoring. Well, defense scored one time, special teams scored one time. So I understand there are questions about do we have the offensive firepower? Can we go point for point with a high octane opponent like the 49ers? And are your questions answered now? But we got to do it again. We got to do it again real soon too. So we're not. This is our great win. We're going to enjoy this win. We're going to worry about week 13 and the suspensions when they arrive. Those guys are still going to get very good repetitions in practice, and they probably won't be flying out with us on our road trip, but they'll be there. They'll be there, and this band of brothers, as previously indicated in the last game, this band of brothers will come together. We will show up, and we will continue to do what we do. And that's proved that we are, again, one of the premier teams in this league. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And it's going to be proved, continue to prove that I am still one of the premier players in this league. I got reinforcements. We don't stack the cabinets up with the extra artillery for no reason. These are the times in which we use it. Okay, cool. Tough Dallas team coming up, San Fran after that, and Philly after that. And then you take a week. I think we play Tennessee after that. Then you got Pittsburgh. Okay. Okay. Noted. Enough said. Let's go do. And I don't care who's out there. The objective, the assignment, it don't change. And it won't change. And if we execute to the way that we have been, like we did tonight, the result probably won't change either. But we gotta take it one day at a time, one game at a time, one play at a time. And I'm gonna hone in, and without our, two of our best guys, two of our difference makers on defense, offense going to have to keep it up. Offense going to have to keep doing what they do. We're gonna get tried on defense. So now our feet is being held to the fire. Okay. That's what we want. I've been asking for that for years. So let's see what I'm really made of, right? Well, let's see what these 12 is really about. Because now we got something, we got something to hone in on. We got that number one seed to look at. This can be a real special season if we just stay the course and play our game. And as long as I'm here running things, that's exactly what we're going to do. I ain't got nothing else to say. All right.